Netflix has been delving into the realm of live-action remakes for a while, and the latest entry is Avatar: The Last Airbender. This is probably one of the most highly anticipated of Netflix's remakes, so how does it hold up? Let's find out. Welcome to the Review Desk. I'm Desmond Kerk, and today I'll review Netflix's Last Airbender. The good. Over the course of the series' production, we were treated to set photos and promotional images, and I can honestly tell you, they don't do the final result justice. The show looks gorgeous, from the vibrant Earth Kingdom wardrobe to the weathered armor of Fire Nation soldiers. The locations are breathtaking. Even in scenes where they obviously had to use green screen, the lighting is so convincing you believe the actors were actually in abandoned temples and the unforgiving frozen deserts. The color grading use is the perfect balance, vibrant, but not so much that it looks fake. The convincing look extends to the casting, with the actor playing Sokka actually resembling what a live-action Sokka would look like, and the same goes for characters like Aang and Ozai. They're also a lot more faithful to the source material. I remember when that abomination by Shyamalan came out, I waited the entire movie for Sokka to crack a joke. The entire movie. There are several changes, however, and some of them are actually a welcome addition. We've always known that Kyoshi was a fierce warrior, but seeing Aang question how she was able to balance that with being a mediator is a nice subtle look into her as a person. The bad. I know I said the casting was one of the good things about the show, but it's also one of the bad. The actors look like the characters from the show, for the most part, but they're not always directed as such. Commander Zhao was a seasoned and cunning adversary whose tactics resulted in besting Zuko many times. This version is still cunning, but he doesn't seem to possess his counterpart's confidence. And that's arguably the show's biggest drawback when it comes to another character, Uncle EE-Roh. In the animated series, EE-Roh was often the voice of reason, and while initially ignored by Zuko, we as the audience could feel his calm and his wisdom, mainly due to historic performance by late Japanese actor Mako. This EE-Roh, while also providing wisdom, does so with far less charm and conviction. He sounds like he's trying to convince Zuko of what he's saying rather than knowing it for a fact. And it doesn't have anything to do with actor Paul Sun-Hyung Lee. The man was a total badass as Carson Teva in Mandalorian, daring to fly into the Mando convent and telling them what's what. No, it's in the way he's directed. The acting is a problem when it comes to the main protagonist. It seems that Netflix was so focused on making sure they looked the part, there wasn't enough focus on if they could act the part. The performance from these three needs work. It doesn't help that the dialogue isn't as polished as it could be. The script spends a lot of time saying things that the original show made an effort to show, which brings us to the next problem. Pacing. Despite the episodes being twice as long as one of the originals, a lot is glossed over like the show wants to just get it over with and drop a few hints and references along the way, which ultimately makes it feel flat, taking the very heart of what made Airbender so iconic and giving it a back seat. Verdict. This adaptation is stunningly gorgeous and probably one of the most ambitious things Netflix has ever done. But much like Aang, future seasons need to find the balance between the different elements that make up the legend. Still much more fun than the Shyamalan Ding Dong adaptation. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.